Tonight, former special counsel Jack Smith faced lawmakers in his first major public hearing since leaving the Justice Department. It was tense, it was partisan, and at times it turned into a direct confrontation over one of the biggest political questions in America: what accountability should look like when it involves a president. Here are the key takeaways. Good evening. I'm Jack Reynolds, and this is The Jack Reynolds Show. Jack Smith previously led two federal investigations involving Donald Trump, one tied to efforts to overturn the 2020 election, and another involving classified documents. Both cases were later dropped after Trump won the 2024 election, because Justice Department policy generally blocks prosecution of a sitting president. Now Smith is back in the spotlight, and he's defending the work he did. Throughout the hearing, Jack Smith presented himself as a career prosecutor, not a political figure. He told the committee he has no partisan loyalties and said his decisions were driven by the rule of law. Smith stated clearly that he stands by his actions, including the decision to bring charges against Trump while he was special counsel. The hearing also made something very clear. Republicans and Democrats are living in completely different realities when it comes to Jack Smith. Republicans argued Smith used the justice system as a political weapon, claiming he pushed legal boundaries to go after Trump before the 2024 election. Democrats, on the other hand, described him as someone who followed evidence, protected institutions, and took personal risks in order to do his job. One of the most heated topics involved subpoenas for congressional phone records. Several Republicans accused Smith of crossing the line by collecting metadata from lawmakers. To be clear, these records were not recordings of calls, and they didn't include the content of conversations. They included details like call times, durations, and phone numbers, often described as toll records. Smith defended the move, arguing it was relevant to understanding how the broader effort to block election certification unfolded, including who may have been contacted or pressured during that period. Smith insisted his office did not spy on lawmakers. Smith also delivered one of the strongest statements of the day when asked about the long-term consequences of failing to hold powerful people accountable. He warned that if top leaders are treated as being above the law, it could send a dangerous message to the public, and over time, that could weaken the foundations of democracy. He also spoke about how shocking January 6th was to witness, and criticized mass pardons for people convicted of violence against police officers. Smith didn't lean into the political drama. Even when lawmakers praised him or attacked him directly, he largely stayed controlled, repeating the same key points and keeping his answers tightly focused. Observers noted that many of his responses matched what he said in earlier closed-door testimony, showing a consistent strategy: stay careful, stay on record, and avoid unnecessary escalation. The hearing also drew attention because of who attended in person. Several former police officers who defended the U.S. Capitol on January 6th were there watching from the audience, and their presence became part of the political messaging throughout the day. There was also media attention around other notable figures seen near the hearing, raising additional controversy. So tonight, Jack Smith's hearing wasn't just about him. It was a snapshot of where American politics is right now, divided not only on Trump, but on the justice system, accountability, and what the rule of law should mean in the most powerful cases. We'll continue tracking what comes next. I'm Jack Reynolds, and this is The Jack Reynolds Show. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next update. Good night.